Okay, so we've looked at what grasp means, and hopefully we now understand that it's the context in which we think. But how do we apply everything that we've talked about when understanding the different modes of thinking? How can we actually create a process and a system that makes it really easy for anyone to follow? This is what the Solution Finder process was all about, and this is why we created it. Now, unless we follow a process, how can we create anything special? I mean, imagine you were the best chef in the world and you had the best tools. You had a great kitchen, you had everything within that kitchen that you need to cook perfect food, and you had some ingredients, but not all. Without the right ingredients, you wouldn't be able to create something magnificent. This is what the Solution Finder is all about. It allows you to have the tools and the ingredients you supply and create something very special. Now, in the real world, you may have some of these tools. You may have techniques that you use for brainstorming. You may have techniques that you use for idea generation, techniques for analysis. What the Solution Finder does is bring it all together. And this is a very important point. The Solution Finder will work with any processes and strategies that you already use in your organization. You will not have to change what you already do. You will just need to apply the principles, the 4 principles of the Solution Finder in what you already do. A lot of people are afraid that they're going to have to start a completely new process within their organization. You don't. You just have to combine this with what you're already doing to make what you're already doing more effective. Now, if I explain what the GTS system is, or the Solution Finder, it's a 4-stage process. The first stage of the process is the define stage. Einstein said that if he only had 1 hour to save the planet, he would spend 55 minutes defining the problem and only 5 minutes finding the solution. And the define stage is very important, and we cover why it's so important and how you should do it. Then you've got the generative stage. The generative stage is all about idea generation. We show you multiple ways of generating different ideas, of challenging your assumptions, of changing your perceptions, of brainstorming, of seeing it through the eyes of others. We can show you multiple tools and techniques that you can use to generate ideas. You will never be short of ideas. The next stage is the evaluation and selection stage. This is where you apply logic and analysis, but you do so in a way that is still generative in nature. You still keep an open mind. It's being convergent. You're trying to reach a point, but using divergent techniques. The Solution Finder will show you how to do this. And then finally, it's the solution. It's all about making it happen. There's no point in coming up with good ideas if you can't take those ideas through to fruition. This is what the solution stage is all about. Now, with the Solution Finder, you don't necessarily have to use every single stage to solve everything that you're trying to do. I mean, you might find that if something is very, very important to you and would influence your life in a major way, you want to go through all the stages. But you can pick and choose what you want to use depending on the nature and severity of the challenge you want to overcome. It's very flexible and it fits in with what you're already doing. It's simple, it's common sense, but unfortunately common sense is not common, but it's effective. Try it, experience it, and see what it can do for you.